Yes, well, ESI, which is the primary contractor out there, just released some information that they are just crossing the 5 million pound mark. So that's 5 million pounds of M6 that are gone. And the destruction is proceeding with no detectable emissions of any of harmful materials. Of course, it's producing carbon dioxide and producing nitrogen gas and water, but that's really it. And we're very happy about this. And you said I'm instrumental, but really I'm one of about 40 people that were very instrumental in this. And there were 9,000 people on Facebook that were mad as heck at what was going to happen there about a year and a half ago. And that's really why this happened.
So we're about 5 million pounds in, gone, destroyed. For anyone who doesn't know, how many more pounds, millions of pounds to go, and how long will that take?
Yes, so that's about 30% done, and there's 16 million pounds when they started out. And the target date here, provided the weather is reasonably okay, which it has been a little rough lately with the lightning, but about April of next year, all the M6 should be gone. All those 90 bunkers out there should have clean, shiny concrete floors with none of that in there. And the best thing at this point is that 5 million pounds that's gone, that was the worst of the worst. The stuff that we were most concerned about could possibly spontaneously explode.
Pardon me, Brian, whose job was it? Whose job was it to prioritize what was the most dangerous? How was that done?
Well, ESI, which is a Louisiana-based company, is led by Jason Poe, and Dean Shellhaze is the project manager. They and their team went in there and assessed which bunkers, and they got advice from the Army's Chemical Safety Board. They decided which bunkers represented the greatest hazard, and they went in there and cleared those out first. And, of course, our military people are brave, but we got to give credit to these people, these men and women that are in those bunkers with that volatile material that could have exploded. And it's just a tremendous job. We owe thanks and gratitude to them.
Okay, so here's my big question, I guess, of the day. I haven't been out that way, so I'm not familiar with the setup, the physical plant of the burn chamber. What's the deal that when there's lightning, you have to shut it down, they have to evacuate? My sense was this was all self-contained, like indoors. Am I wrong? Explain to me the details of why lightning can have such an effect.
Well, lightning releases a lot of electrical energy, and, the bunkers where most of this material is stored is about 1.5 miles to 2 miles away within Camp Minden. Camp Minden is huge. And so they have to transport this in small hopper cars, and they bring it to a staging area where they weigh it, and they remove it from the packaging, and then they have to put it on a conveyor to actually go into the contained system itself.
So pardon me, all of this is outdoors, right?
It is outdoors. It's covered, and, of course, the contained burn system is like 4 inches thick of solid steel. So once it gets in there, of course, you're home free. But it's the process of transporting it to that contained system. And lightning could set off a deflagration, let's say. It's not going to explode when it's out in the open, but these are propellants. They burn very rapidly. When they're in a bunker, when they're confined, they could explode.
So it's basically the transportation of the M6 via the hopper cars and guys having to load it onto the conveyor belts by hand. That is, and I didn't know this, that's outdoors. That makes it, am I out of line to say, still pretty dangerous, or am I over-exaggerating?
Well, dangerous if there's lightning. Lightning is a lot of energy in a very small area, and just like a static charge, this is a giant shock that you might get from rubbing your feet on the carpet. So it could ignite anything that is explosive or flammable.
Okay, so let's assume for the moment that they're out there, they're working like they're doing every day, and they've got the M6, the explosive M6, the unstable M6 on the cars or on the conveyor outdoors to put in the chamber, and all of a sudden a lightning storm, a rainstorm, a thunderstorm moves in. What do they do with the already outdoor M6?
Well, they have procedures, and they have time because our technology for monitoring lightning and storms with Doppler radar and whatnot is sophisticated enough that they can see it when it's 10, 20 miles away. But when it gets in within 5 miles of that site, they have a set of protocols that they have to go through first to secure the M6, and they don't have a whole lot at one time. At most, they're going to be burning under 1,000 pounds every 20 minutes. So they can secure that, and then they have to worry about their workers when they get them off the site. And that takes time. That's why the process is going a bit slower lately than they had hoped. But it's still on track.